Welcome back to Babs Fabs. And this morning, first of all, I want to say Happy New Year. Although we're on January 15, but this is a new year for us. So I want to unveil my gift to me this year. You know, every year I do a life journal, and this is my life journal 2016. And as you can see, I'm going to hold it up a little closer so you can see the beautiful design. I am so proud of it. I tied in my signatures. I have two chunky signatures, just tied it, and I added my charms, my different charms. And I'm gonna do a flip through this morning, and also I'm gonna tell you it's not gonna only be a flip through, it's gonna be like a little inspirational slash encouragement, or you know, because I have a lot I want to say, and if you don't want to hear me talking so much, you know, you could just turn the volume down and just look at the pictures, the flip. But I take a lot of pride in my journal. I really love my yearly journals, and this year God pressed upon my heart. You know, I don't know whether most of you know that I am a believer, I am a Christian, I am a child of God, I am born again. So God pressed it upon my heart, and I know a lot of you have heard this before, but I just love this bow, and it goes so well with my design. You see, I'm gonna unwrap my gift. You see, on my previous video I showed you how I make my journals using the tea box, but this is not a tea box, but this is one of those Federal Express boxes, or the U.S. mail, where you can stuff them and you can pay just $20 a flat fee. It's one of those boxes, and I did the same thing. I covered it first with just plain white acrylic paint, and then I put a napkin over it. So this is the napkin. A napkin covered the front and the back. The back is also got some little things on it. You can take these off. You know, it's also covered. Beautiful napkin. Beautiful design. And you know, I always have to bling it up with my my extreme glitter paint. So, like I was saying, God pressed it upon my heart to name it God's Pocket. Now, I know that's a TV show, and I'm not stealing. It's no copyrights. I'm not taking that name. I just wanted to put it on my own personal journal. God's Pocket. And you know, as little children, we walk around, and when we find a lot of things that are precious to us, or you know, our candy, our coins, or whatever it is, we put it in our pocket for safekeeping. So I just thought about this, God's Pocket, and just like I said, I'm going to take it as God's Pocket. And the letters is out of our, you know, corrugated cardboard. I love working with corrugated cardboard, and I kept on until I just got the right color to match the book, as you can see. So, and I put the 2016. These are some foam numbers I used to correspond with it real good. So let's go inside. Let's go inside to all of the yumminess. I showed you how I made my mixed media pockets. If you go back on a previous video of mine, you will see where I made my mixed media pockets. I made them out of envelopes. It says mixed media envelopes. Okay, so it's full of the mixed media envelopes, and these are what I call God's pocket. So I mean, I've already filled it up. I still have a lot of things to put inside. I got this right here. This is actually a Christmas tree ornament. It says God's pocket. It says believe. And I made this pocket here because I wanted to put a lot of things inside, and I did. And let me just share with you some of the things I just put on this side. This year, you know, like every year I told you, our church comes up with a theme that we have for the entire year. So I've already shared it, but our theme for this year as far as the church is concerned is we have to reach. It's called reach. Our theme is reach. And it's reach upward, which is to God, then reach inward to ourselves and ask God to help us and cleanse us and give us peace concerning ourselves. And once we are together, but I know it's a daily work for us, but once we are where we could be, then we can reach out and help others. So I thought that that was a powerful theme: reach upward, reach inward, and reach outward. So my own personal theme for this year, you know, I do not make New Year's resolutions because I know that they don't last, you know, because we put so many difficult things, and of ourselves we can't do anything, but with God we can do all things. So my own personal thing this year is I surrender all. And that's a Christian song. It's surrendering it all to God. Because for the last 2 years I have been unemployed, and I have been just almost stuck. But I'm not going to go into my personal life or testimony, as we call it. But the reason why I picked this theme for myself, I surrender all, because I have been trying to do everything on my own. I have been, for the last 13 years, because I'm a single mom, I have been trying to do it all, trying to keep it all together, the house, the children, the bills, and everything, and I have been trying to do it on my own. And I am doing, I say, you hear me say I'm, and it's not I'm, it should be we, because me being a Christian is me and Christ, and also the Holy Spirit. So I'm just surrendering it all to the Lord this year. I'm just going to give everything to God. I'm going to take my hands off of it because it's too big for me. I have tried to do it, but I can't do it without Him. And He has to be in full control of everything. I have to trust God with my life and with everything that goes on with my life. So this year I said, I am going to promise. And it's not a resolution, it's a promise. My promise is that to the best of my human ability, I will surrender it all to God. I will give God everything. I will give Him my 2 sons. I will give Him my home. I will give Him my finances. I will give Him, and I will trust Him with all my life. So I went on the internet, and I just found this reading on the white flag of surrender, and it tells you all the different ways that we surrender. You know, what the white flag means. And a lot of people think that, okay, so you surrendering, so that means that you're going to just throw your hands and you're going to give up. But it's 2 different sides to the word surrender. Surrender can also mean you're powerful, that you're giving it away to somebody to handle it and to trust, and that's what I'm doing. I am not throwing my hands up like the white flag and I'm giving up to the enemy. No, I'm not doing that. I am throwing my hands up, but I'm giving it to an almighty, powerful God, not the enemy who tries to take you down, but to God who tries to build you up. Okay? So, and right here I put, it's not a resolution, but it's a commitment. So I am committed to surrendering right here it say, I surrender to God's will. And that's so powerful because it's not my will, but it's God's will be done. And I heard someone the other night say, the best place to be in the whole wide world is to be in the will of God. That's the best place to be in the whole wide world. And I thought that was so powerful. These are pictures. You know, a lot of you might say, oh my God, Barbara, you don't have anything to do but take pictures. But this is a picture I took of my hat. And I just put a lot of pictures in my book this year. Photos of me in a more happier place. This is a picture of me happy. Different pictures. So I just placed them inside my little plastic sleeve here. So this is the plastic sleeve so you can take photos. Now we're not always our happy-go-lucky self, right? I mean, we don't go around 24/7 with a big smile on our face like this. We go through emotions. So these are some of the emotions that I go through sometimes. So I'm putting them in God's pocket for God to help me with them. This is anger. This is me like screaming and yelling like I can't take it anymore. This is one of me afraid. We are fearful sometimes. We're afraid of failure. We're afraid that we're not good enough to our husbands, or we fear that we're not good enough for our children, or we're not good enough to compete with people on our jobs. So it's emotional fear. This is hurt. And putting it all in God's pocket. Have you ever been hurt so bad that you just don't feel that you have a heart again? Well, mine's been broken, but now since Jesus lives in it, it is repaired. I heard somebody once say, if you could find all the pieces of your heart, if you could gather all the pieces of your heart, God will put them back together again. This is passion. Passion is an emotion. What are you passionate about? Find what you are passionate about, and you will never have to work a day in your life. If you're passionate about it, it's not a job, but it's joy. This is low self-esteem. I suffer with that a lot. Feeling that I'm not good enough. Low self-esteem. Feeling that I'm not smart enough. And this one is loneliness. Have anyone ever been lonely? I know some of my letters are missing because I didn't print them right on the printer. But loneliness. You know, I can remember way back when I first started with being a single mom that I was really lonely, and the worst part of that part was at nighttime when people stopped coming to your house, your phone stopped ringing, and you had to turn off the TV and turn off the light. Loneliness. But you know what? That was the best part of the day because that's the time I got to spend with God in prayer. And this just is a card someone gave me. But look, right here, I found a picture that says surrender. How? Who would have thought? Surrender. And I'm just throwing my hands up and I'm saying, God, this year I surrender. And this is my file folder I made. This is me. And this is me here. And I'm going to write a little something in here about me. Okay, so this is just the first pocket. I'm going to try to go along real fast because I don't want to be too long. This is believe. These are some other things. It's just so many journal spots in here. It says pray together is better. Okay, and this is I am committed to this year to go on a fast, a word fast. You know what a word fast is? So while I'm on this word fast, I'm staying away from negative words. I'm staying away from sarcasm. I'm staying away from gossip. I'm staying away from old stories that happened to me in the past. I'm staying away from criticism. So that is a 40-day plan and I got it from the Bible app, and it's called Word Fast. You fast from all those negative words, and you fill your mouth with positive words, words of affirmation, the Lord's Prayer, the 23rd song. So this is talking about the word prayer and the word fast, and this is talking about fasting, the Lord's Prayer, and the 23rd Psalm. If you want more information, if I'm going too fast, just in the description box below, just leave me a message saying how do you get this and and I'll let you know. So this is one of them. This is another God's Pocket, and this one I put this year I started the New Year's with. This is my word fast for 40 days. And this tells you all about it. And this is a cute quote that I found and I love. It say, do you surround yourself with people who need you or people who feed you? It doesn't mean literally feed you with food or whatever, but it feeds your spirit. It feeds the person you are. They promote you, they celebrate you, they encourage you, they believe in you, so you have to have positive people around you. This is a little pocket. Also, a journal inside. It says Jesus saves. So all of these are God's pockets that I put things in. Write the vision. That's the scripture. Write your vision for this year and follow through. Forgiveness, big thing. This is a very important thing. You have to forgive. You have to forgive. Not so much for you, but for that person. And this is something I tucked here. Every morning, I wake up, I call it God's whisper. He whispers in my ear. This was 3 a.m. one morning when he whispered something in my ear, and I wrote it down. This was first of the year. So all of these things I put in God's pocket as a reminder to him. Same thing. Rejoice. These are cute little paper clips I made. God's pocket. A lot of journaling space. So throughout the whole journal, it's just where I wrote to God, and I put it in his pocket. And these are other things. Life is worth the living just because he lives. He lives. Life is worth the living. So, write God love notes. Write words of affirmation. Don't just fill your journal or this. I don't want to just fill God's pocket with prayers. I want. No, I want to tell him how awesome he is, how wonderful he is, how faithful he is. So I write down things that I get in the AM or the PM, and I write them all down. It says dissatisfaction doesn't come from the absence of things, but the absence of direction. We need direction. So that's one reason why I'm surrendering it all to God, so he can tell me what to do. Way to go. This is another Stuff God's Pocket. Plenty of journaling. Not only journaling, I put in different quotations for the soul inside, so as I read this, I can write about it on my little journal cards. These are I found these in my mom's stash. They're so cute. Another it keeps getting better. We gotta believe that. Okay, this says grace. Alright, again, characters, very important. Hope. And you can open this, and inside is a little reading. There's more things I wrote down and I put in God's pocket. More quotes, things to read. So basically that's it with the pockets. I'm just going to let you see the pockets. It says, I'm waiting. It's just so much I want to talk to you about it. Put it in his pocket and leave it there. Here it is again. And this is This is some of the things I took out from last year too, but they're positive things. It says, devil, I have changed my mind. You know, when in the enemy or in people coming in tell you things and you start believing them, you start believing what they say, well, you just say, you know what, I changed my mind. I don't believe I have low self-esteem. I don't think I'm not going to amount to anything. You change your mind about what people say about you. Okay, God's pockets. Here, more. So fill it up with a lot of writing, a lot of journaling cards, personal writing that you do. Oh, I love this one. It says, this is so true. It says, have you developed an addiction to your affliction? Wow, that is so powerful. I could talk a lot about that, but I don't want to talk to. But have you developed an addiction to your affliction? Are you addicted to what you're going through? You don't have to be addicted to what you're going through, whether it's a depression or whether it's hurt or whatever. You don't have to be you don't have to be addicted to it. You don't have to be an addict. My readings I have from January of last year, because I still want to go back and reflect on them. Here is more journaling space. No deposit, no return. A lot of them I just wrote down little notes, and I'll go back and I'll write later. I'll write later into them what I want to put. Same here. There's purpose in the struggle. A lot of more journaling spots. Ways to study your Bible. So it's a lot of things. Go back. God, what is your heart saying today? A lot of journaling spots. Here is a card about grace. More readings. So it's the same thing. Reflection. Do you want to be loved? Sometimes we just have to be still and let God work in our lives. A lot of times we just do a lot of things on our own, but a lot of times we have to be still. This is a different one here. Opens up like this. I have library pockets. A lot of other notes. This is another one of those pockets just like this one, but it opens up. More journaling space. You could put pictures here. More journaling spots. Sometimes I just write down scriptures and write on scriptures. Hey journal, let me say that I'm not going to promise that I'm going to write every day, but when God or the Holy Spirit gives me something, I will write it to you. Mature. A lot of times we have to come to a place where we mature. Certain things don't bother us like they used to. I've grown out of that. I've grown out of that now because I'm mature. I'll write about that later on. So it's the same thing. Little spots here. I got a little bag with journaling spots. Announce words seasoned with grace. We have to replace those negative words with words seasoned with grace. More journaling spots. More journaling spots. I made this little envelope with a matching clothespin. Trials. Master your pit. That's a story in the Bible about Joseph that was thrown into the pit. We have to master our pit. More. Filled up with more love, more writing. It's just so much that I have to write about. I don't want to go into each little detail, but this one says, this is another pocket, goes behind here. This says resilience. We have to be able to bounce back from a lot of things we go through. This says, I promise to write, and I put God. Next, oh my goodness, it gets better and better. Hope. This is another one, character. I'm falling into you, God. More journaling spots, same thing. Another pocket. Another pocket. This one I made a little with corrugated paper. You see how I use corrugated cardboard. I love that. Okay, now it's kind of filling out. Here I could put more. I have so many things on some. I could take out some of them and put them here. This is a reading. When things go wrong, so read about it, then you can write about it on the journaling card. Faith, tuck spot, journaling spot. A lot of journaling spots. This is a mixed media envelope. I made this, just a note, but I made this. I think I have I made it from book pages. You can see, and I sewed it, and I did some mixed media on it. You could go back in my videos, and you will see the video on this. I don't actually mail them like this. I put them in a larger envelope, and I send them happy mail. Hope, grace, trust. So, this is it, ladies. A lot of it I just left blank because I am coffee stained everything. Plastic sleeves to put pictures or journals, readings. So it's the same thing throughout. Sometimes I get that stickiness. When you get that stickiness, all you have to do is put the baby powder on, and the baby powder keep it from sticking. More journaling spots. Little bag where you can put it. What can I do? My favorite. This is another little journaling spot. So you see, I have a lot of pockets that I'm going to have to fill throughout the year to let God know what's on my mind. Just want to let you know I'm praying for you today. Envelope. This is Mary and Company. I love Mary. Journaling spot. See, it's chunky. Overcoming hardship. If you pray for rain, be prepared to deal with some mud. I love that. Pray. You are my sunshine. Number one, Mom. Believe. Tuck spot. More readings. A little dress form. In the back, it kind of thin out in the back, towards the back. This here is a tuck spot. A note from Barbara. Other notes. I got a lot of these from the thrift store. This right here. These are months of the year. Right on those. And that's it. Getting to the back. Thinking of you. Another tuck spots, and this is the back, which is another pocket. So, see how chunky it is? So I hope you enjoyed my flip through and my words of encouragement and words of affirmation. So from time to time, if you come back, I will show you another flip through of what I filled God's pockets with. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to be inspired. God bless you.